Hey Star Wars fans, this is Urban Acolyte TV and my name is Prince. On the last episode of the HoloNet Underground, I reported that Pablo Hidalgo flat out stated that Darth Plagueis was killed at the hands of Darth Sidious. Furthermore, Pablo tweeted out that Supreme Leader Snoke is in fact not Darth Plagueis. Some of the fanbase became pretty enraged over the fact that Snoke is not Darth Plagueis, so in this video, I want to talk about what we do know about Snoke. The truth is that we know very little about Supreme Leader Snoke. And from what I've been able to piece together, Snoke oversees the military arm and the mystical side of the First Order from his mobile command base. Now in Star Wars Episode 7, we saw a portion of the military might of the First Order, but that was only what was housed on Starkiller Base. We have no idea how many resources the First Order may have scattered throughout the galaxy. On top of that, we haven't seen the mystical side of the First Order at all. We were only introduced to Kylo Ren, who is supposed to represent a new wave of dark side Force users who are able to tap into both the light and the dark sides of the Force. Snoke appointed Kylo Ren to a special position outside the regular military ranks in a much similar position that his grandfather held as Darth Vader within the Empire. What we really need to think about is what the mystical side of the First Order entails, because in the novelization of Episode 7, Snoke says, "I have never had a student with such promise before you," to Kylo Ren. So basically, that line implies that Snoke either has other students, meaning currently has other students, or he had students before Kylo Ren becomes his student. Other than that, we don't have much to go on when it comes to Snoke. So to address these other Snoke identity theories that are floating around, none of them give a good argument when you look at them without involving your feelings. So is Snoke Darth Bane? Well, the question is, how could Snoke even be Darth Bane? What, through essence transfer? It could be possible, but Darth Bane is dead. It's even confirmed that Darth Bane is dead. When we see Yoda having the conversation with Bane on Morabin, Yoda tells Bane that he's already dead and he's not real. After that conversation, the Force priestesses confirmed that every trial Yoda faced was their doing. So that means they created the illusion of Darth Bane. Could Snoke be the Grand Inquisitor? No. The Grand Inquisitor fell into a reactor on his ship. His ship was in orbit over Mustafar. So basically the Grand Inquisitor fell into a reactor that exploded. His ship either burned up upon entering Mustafar's atmosphere, or it burned when it crashed. I mean, it's a volcano planet. So could the Grand Inquisitor have managed to resurrect himself after appearing to Kanan in the Jedi Temple on Lothal? No. He couldn't, because that wasn't a Force ghost. Yoda manipulated the visions in that episode, and that was confirmed by either Dave Filoni or Pablo Hidalgo on a Rebels recon after that episode aired. So is Snoke actually Darth Sidious? No. The Art of the Force Awakens says that the creators wanted to make Snoke as far away from the Emperor as possible. And if you read Bloodline and Aftermath, then you know why Snoke is not Palpatine or Darth Sidious. But if you haven't read those books, well, then I guess you don't know that Palpatine really wasn't all that popular. Just go back and look at what Snoke says to Kylo Ren about the Empire not being taken down by arrogance, as the historians say. Snoke was referring to Palpatine. First Order sympathizers within the Senate, making up the Centrist Party, were pushing for someone enlightened to run the Empire because they felt that Palpatine was corrupt and greedy. The idea was to install someone wise who would be fit to rule the galaxy. Since I mentioned Aftermath, let me read you two excerpts from Chuck Wendig's book, Star Wars Aftermath. The man's spooky smile never wavers. I know, I can see that. I can see your vitality will never waver. He thrusts up a finger as if having an epiphany. but the epiphany is not his own. Rather, he seems to wish to deliver one. Did you know that Sith Lords could sometimes drain the Force energy from their captives, siphoning life from them and using it to strengthen their connection to the dark side, extending their own lives as well, so that they could live for centuries beyond their intended expiration? You fancy yourself some kind of wizard, the man toots. Hardly. I am Tashu, merely a historian, an eager student of the old ways, and until recently, an advisor to Palpatine. So hold on to that passage and listen to the second passage. We must instead move toward the dark side. Palpatine felt that the universe beyond the edges of our maps was where his power came from. Over the many years he, with our aid, sent men and women beyond known space. They built labs and communication stations on distant moons, asteroids, out there in the wilds. We must follow them, retreat from the galaxy, go out beyond the veil of stars. We must seek the source of the dark side like a man looking for a wellspring of water. So recall back to a video I did on Snoke, where I said that he may have been loosely based on the video game canon Sith Lord Darth Nihilus. I based that entire video on those two passages. See, here's the thing. Starkiller Base was in the unknown regions of space. Another planet that just happens to be nearby is Rakata Prime. Now, I'm not saying that Snoke is Darth Nihilus, and I didn't say that he was Nihilus on that other video either. But what if Snoke has ties to events from the Old Republic that we haven't seen? And that's because we don't know what happened in the Old Republic due to there being a new continuity. For all we know, Snoke could be a remnant going all the way back to the Rakata Empire, or have at least studied Rakata civilization and learned to use their technology and their ways of knowing the Force. So I don't know about all of you, but that sounds like a character who can bring a whole lot more to the table and open up the Star Wars universe, much more so than Darth Plagueis or any other lesser characters that we've already seen. But I'd like to know what you guys think about what I'm saying. Are you still refusing to accept that Snoke is not Plagueis? Or are you excited to learn more about Snoke moving forward? I mean, just think if he were tied to the Rakata. That could open up movies and stories about the Old Republic eventually, but what do you all think? And let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Also, just to let you all know, I'm still on the road, and if you didn't know, I've been training Kung Fu in Arizona for the last 2 weeks. Well, and I was in California for 4 days too. That's why I really haven't been posting videos. When I get back home, I intend to pick up with a video on Rey's vision and another video on how I think Rey ends up on Jakku. Those videos are part of a series that started with the one I did on Kylo Ren before I left home, where I said he might be attempting to bring back the Sith. So check out that video if you haven't seen it, and if you like it, please share it. Seriously, that video should have like over 100,000 views by now. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed already, make sure to click that subscribe button. I post everything from the latest Star Wars news and speculations to Star Wars Rebels reviews. I even maintain the real life Jedi vlog where I try to show you how to live and train based on the Jedi philosophy. Well, that's all I've got for this episode of Urban Acolyte TV. Thanks for watching. Y'all keep on breathing and may the Force be with you. Bye.